Welcome to the Hardytown Baptist Church website. Technology has allowed churches everywhere to reach people worldwide. Through the internet, we are able to spread the message of Christ to a new audience. Recently, we have added a new feature to our website called Ask the Pastor. We encourage you to submit questions to us, and we will provide clear, concise, biblical answers to some of life's toughest questions. One of our website participants wants to know, if God created the universe, then who created God? This question will be answered by Pastor Noah Rollerson, Associate Pastor and Minister of Students here at Hardytown Baptist Church.
That's a really good question, and it's a question that comes up often in Bible studies, especially when we're studying Genesis and the origins of the universe and creation. We know that God is the creator, but then the question comes up, who created God? Well, and simply, this is a question that's been debated. Some churches and denominations will teach that God is part of creation, or that He was simply one of many spirit beings in the beginning, or that He is in fact creation itself. But that's not what we find in the Bible. What we do find in the Bible is a God who is outside of time and space, a God who does not have any origins, who has always existed in eternity past. And the biblical proof for this is found in the first four words of the Bible in Genesis 1:1, when it says, "In the beginning, God." And that's all we need to know. These four words are so loaded with meaning that it really boggles the mind, and yet those four words are often very overlooked. But what we do know is that God always existed. He is outside of time and space. He cannot be part of time and space and matter, because that's the universe, and if He was, He would be part of the creation and He wouldn't be the creator. Try to think of it like this. Try to think and picture in your mind, if you will, a child playing with a set of dominoes. The child can spend much time setting up the dominoes to his or her liking, and it may look great, but eventually those dominoes have to be pushed by the flick of the finger for the fun to ensue and for the child to enjoy the dominoes as they fall and it gets things started. The dominoes can't get themselves started. If the dominoes represent the universe in this picture, time, space, and matter, they can't be moved by itself, nor can the universe. The universe couldn't have started itself. You don't get something out of nothing. And what we know from the Bible is that God is the first mover. In this picture, God is the child flicking the wrist, flicking the finger, if you will, allowing the dominoes to move and for creation itself to get started. And so God is that first mover who is outside of time and space. The dominoes can't get started by themselves, nor can the universe. It needs that first mover who is God. Now, when we talk about God, we do need to remember that He is eternal, but He is also Trinitarian. He is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God the Father is mentioned as eternal in the Old Testament, but Jesus does make the claim to eternality in John 8 when He claims that before Abraham ever existed, that He existed, using the phrase "I am" to imply and assert His oneness with God the Father. In fact, Paul in Colossians 1 tells us that Jesus created the universe and it was created for Him. And that the New Testament also tells us that Jesus is the Lamb slain before the foundation of the world. The Holy Spirit is also part of the Trinity and also shares in the eternality of the God the Father and God the Son. References in 1 Timothy and Revelation also allude to the eternality of Christ and God in that matter. So just remember that God is Trinitarian. He's Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and He's always existed and didn't need a creator because He in fact was the creator.